Welcome, collectors and treasure seekers. Today, we're diving into the brilliance, the legacy, and the undeniable power of one of the most iconic coins ever minted, the Liberty American Silver Eagle $1 coin. Imagine holding a piece of pure American pride in your hands, a coin that is not just silver, but a symbol of freedom, strength, and timeless beauty. The American Silver Eagle isn't just currency, it's a masterpiece. First introduced in 1986, this stunning coin carries a legendary walking liberty design, a figure that represents hope, progress, and the spirit of a nation moving forward. As you look closely, you'll notice liberty draped in the American flag. Striding confidently toward the rising sun, branches of oak and laurel in her arms, symbolizing civil and military glory. It's more than art, it's history captured in silver. The story of the American Silver Eagle is one of power, beauty, and hidden fortune. But when you mention the year 1900, you step into a mysterious and almost mythical territory. Why? Because the American Silver Eagle as we know it today was officially introduced much later, in 1986 by the United States Mint. So when collectors whisper about a 1900 Silver Eagle, they are often referring to something far rarer. Coins that carry the spirit, design inspiration, or symbolic liberty that predates the modern series, making them objects of fascination and imagination. Imagine holding a coin that embodies the elegance of Lady Liberty, walking confidently toward the dawn, draped in the American flag. This iconic design, inspired by the legendary Adolph A. Weinman, traces its roots back to early 20th century artistry. Coins from around 1900 that reflect similar artistic brilliance are not just currency. They are frozen moments of history, carrying whispers of a nation rising into global prominence. Now here's where the excitement builds. Coins from the early 1900s, especially those minted in limited numbers or with rare mint marks like P. Philadelphia or S. San Francisco, can hold extraordinary value. Collectors across the world hunt tirelessly for pristine examples, knowing that a single coin, untouched and perfectly preserved, could be worth not just thousands, but potentially millions under the right circumstances. But value is not just about age. It is about condition, rarity, and demand. A coin from 1900 that resembles the grace and symbolism later used in the Silver Eagle series becomes even more desirable if it carries sharp details, minimal wear, and original luster. These qualities transform an ordinary piece of silver into a treasure that could redefine someone's financial future overnight. There's also a psychological magic attached to such coins. The idea that something small, often overlooked, could carry life-changing wealth is deeply captivating. It fuels stories, dreams, and even viral moments where forgotten collections suddenly turn into fortunes. This is why collectors urge caution. Never rush to sell. Never underestimate what you hold. In the world of coin collecting, timing is everything. Markets fluctuate. Collector interest rises, and rare coins can skyrocket in value when demand peaks. A coin tied to the legacy of American liberty, especially one echoing early designs from around 1900, can suddenly become the centerpiece of a high-stakes auction. And then comes the element of mystery. Not every valuable coin announces itself. Some sit quietly in old boxes, drawers, or inherited collections. Their true worth remains hidden until an expert examines them. This is why stories of overnight millionaires are not entirely fiction. They are rare, but they do happen. The mention of mint marks like P and S adds another layer of intrigue. Coins minted in different locations often have subtle variations. Sometimes, a tiny detail, a slight difference in lettering or design, can elevate a coin's value dramatically. Collectors pay close attention to these nuances, knowing they can mean the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Silver itself also plays a role. As a precious metal, it has intrinsic value that fluctuates with global markets. But when silver is combined with historical significance and artistic excellence, its worth goes far beyond metal content. It becomes a symbol of heritage and wealth. What truly makes such coins powerful is their storytelling ability. They are not just objects, they are narratives you can hold. A coin from around 1900 carries the weight of a different era, an era of transformation, ambition, and identity. That emotional connection often drives collectors to pay astonishing prices. However, It is important to stay grounded. Not every old coin is worth millions, and not every rare piece is a hidden jackpot. Authenticity, grading, and professional evaluation are essential. Without these, it is easy to fall into myths or unrealistic expectations. Still, the sheer possibility, is what keeps the dream alive. The idea that somewhere, someone might be holding a coin that could change their life forever is incredibly powerful. It turns ordinary people into treasure hunters and history lovers into passionate collectors. So if you ever come across a coin that seems unusual, old, or beautifully crafted, pause. Look closely. Research its origins. Seek expert advice. Because in the world of rare coins, knowledge is just as valuable as the coin itself. And remember this, true wealth is not just in finding something rare, but in understanding its worth. A coin inspired by liberty, rooted in history, and preserved through time is more than money. It is a legacy. And sometimes, just sometimes, that legacy can indeed change your fortune overnight. Before we dive into the excitement, there's one powerful truth you need to know. There's no such coin as an 1816 American Silver Eagle. That famous silver bullion coin was first introduced by the United States Mint in 1986. But don't click away, because what you might be holding could still be something incredibly rare, historic, and potentially very valuable. Now imagine this. A coin dated 1816, carrying the spirit of early America, crafted in silver, surviving wars, generations, and time itself. Coins from that era are not just currency. They are living pieces of history. In 1816, the United States was still young, and coins were struck with limited technology, making every surviving example precious. During that period, instead of silver eagles, the U.S. produced coins like the draped bust coinage and capped bust coinage. These coins are highly collectible today, especially in high-grade condition. If your coin truly dates back to 1816, you could be looking at something far more historically significant than a modern bullion piece. The real magic of such coins lies in rarity. Not every old coin is valuable, but the rare ones, the well-preserved ones, or those with minting errors can skyrocket in value. A small detail, a unique strike, or even a specific mint mark can turn an ordinary-looking coin into a collector's dream. Speaking of mint marks, coins from the early 1800s were not widely produced across multiple mints like today. The main mint at that time was in Philadelphia Mint, meaning many coins from 1816 may not even carry a mint mark. This actually adds to their mystery and appeal. Now let's talk about silver. Coins from 1816 were often made with a high silver content, which alone gives them intrinsic value. But collectors don't just look at metal. They look at story, survival, and scarcity. A coin that has lasted over 200 years becomes more than silver. It becomes legend. Condition is everything. A worn-out coin may still be valuable, but a well-preserved one, sharp details, clear date, minimal scratches, can multiply its worth dramatically. In the coin world, this is known as grading. And even a small difference in grade can mean thousands of dollars. There are also hidden treasures in minting errors. Off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual features can make a coin one of a kind. These are the kind of coins collectors fight over, sometimes paying astonishing prices to own something truly unique. But here's where reality meets hype. Owning a rare coin doesn't automatically make you a billionaire overnight. However, it can absolutely change your financial situation if the coin is rare, authenticated, and in demand. Some coins have sold for hundreds of thousands, even millions, but those are exceptional cases. Authentication is your next crucial step. Never rely on guesswork. Professional grading services can confirm whether your coin is genuine and determine its condition. Without this step, even the rarest coin might not fetch its true value. Collectors around the world are always searching for historical coins, especially from the early United States. The market is global, competitive, and driven by passion. That means if you truly have something rare, there will be someone willing to pay for it. Now imagine holding a small piece of metal that has traveled through centuries, passed through unknown hands, and survived against all odds. That's the emotional power of coin collecting. It's not just money, it's history you can touch. So if you believe you have an 1816 coin, treat it carefully. Don't clean it, don't polish it. These actions can destroy its value instantly. Preserve it exactly as it is until a professional examines it. In the end, while the dream of instant riches is exciting, the real treasure lies in knowledge. Understanding what you have is the key that unlocks its true worth. And who knows, your coin might not just be valuable, it might be extraordinary.